So it's been confirmed that Halo 6 will have more of a focus on the Chief and not be about introducing new characters. But technically Spartan Locke isn't a new character anymore. He doesn't really have much of a backstory as of now, and while many people don't care for him at all, I don't think it's because he isn't a cool character. I simply think it's because we don't know how badass 343 believes he is since they know his entire backstory. I mean, for God's sake, I'm pretty sure he could have an entire game to delve into just what his origins are with the UNSC. Wait a minute. Could he? What's going on, everybody? My name's Dan147, and today we're talking about the next spin-off game that could possibly be in Halo's near future. So everybody, I'm sure you're all aware of the interview that took place between Frank O'Connor and GamesRadar when he stated that Halo 5 was basically a ginormous learning curve, and that Halo 6 alongside all of the future Halo titles would not be making the same story mistakes as Halo 5 Guardians did.
Yes! Yes!
I'd recommend you go check out this article because it was full of a bunch of reveals and talked about a lot of really important stuff. But today we're just going to talk about a select few things old Frankie talked about in this interview. Basically, he told us that Halo 6 would be more focused on, if not entirely focused on Chief, which I'm fine with, as I'm sure you all are as well. But as we all know, the main series of Halo games don't come out each year like the Call of Duty series does, unfortunately. So we've got a gap of around 2 years most of the time for 343 to give us new games and content like Halo Wars 2 and Halo Online, even though it technically wasn't made official. But my point with this is that we don't currently know what the next one is besides a Halo Wars 2 sequel. I mean, but we just got that one, and they're still adding DLC to it, so if Halo 5 is any indication on how long they want to make their game last, I don't see that one coming out very soon. So this all being said, I go back to the old point where I talk about what Connor told us, and that future Halos wouldn't make the same mistakes as Halo 5. And I'm sure that we can all agree that one of Halo 5's biggest problems is that it did little to no character building unless you read and delved into the expanded lore. So, how could 343 fix this issue while also bringing in their new star Spartan and keeping him alive without people not caring about him at all like they did in Halo 5? I give you a spin-off game. So, since this game would hopefully have no ties to Chief, at least originally, and talk about just Locke and maybe Fireteam Osiris, I personally wouldn't mind playing as him since it's a new story and would hopefully make me actually give two shits about whether or not he dies or anything like that. I mean, for example, I'll use Buck. While Halo 3 ODST, which was a spin-off by the way, wasn't particularly about the origins of Buck, playing through it, we became attached to him and actually cared about him. My friend MasterJ2001 actually made a video where he rearranged the Halo 5 cutscenes a bit and made it seem like Buck died, and this caused people to comment so much just awful stuff that it's not even funny. I mean, I'd highly recommend you all go watch it as it's hilarious.
Damn it.
So I'll link it down below, but just keep in mind that it is edited, and if you talk shit, then I will murder you. I'm just kidding, but there is no need for any of that crap. Anyways, getting back to the point at hand, this game could be entirely possible, and even in the works right now. I think it would be a great idea if it even is just like Halo 3 ODST and a small spin-off game that is eventually sold alongside Halo 5 in the same case, or a full-featured game like Halo Reach was, which people still play and compare to the newest titles today. But basically, everybody, I want to know all of your opinions, so be sure to discuss them down below in the comment section with all of your fellow Spartans. As always, be sure to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you all in the next one, everybody.